What you know? This is Eddie Murphy getting caught with a trans person.
A man by the name of Eddie Murphy was arrested for picking up a lady at 4:45 a.m. on Santa Monica Boulevard. Now, this video is going to deal with mature subject matter, so this is just as a disclaimer, okay? And it has to do with ladies of the night, or people of the night is a better description. So Eddie Murphy was arrested May 2nd, 1997. He was driving down Santa Monica Boulevard and he spotted a woman wearing a black tank top and tight bell bottoms. And he stopped to ask her if she wanted a ride. This is from Eddie Murphy's publicity people, or maybe just from the the police blog. Eddie Murphy was pulled over by Sheriff's Department Friday, and a cross-dressing prostitute. I'm going to read this. When they say transvestite, they say transsexual, they say all sorts of things. I'm just reading them, so it has nothing to do with being PC or anything like that. These are facts that are written down. So a cross-dressing prostitute he picked up was arrested on a prior warrant, authorities said. No charges were brought against the Beverly Hills cop star, and Murphy said Friday he did nothing wrong. It wasn't like we drove to some dark spot to do something, Murphy told television's Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah,
it was like they pulled me over. That's a hooker. She has warrants. You be careful, Eddie. Go on home. That's what it was. Murphy's attorney told the E! Network, cable channel, that the actor stopped to help the prostitute, who seemed disjointed as she walked along Santa Monica Boulevard at 4:45 a.m. After Murphy stopped his car, the prostitute asked for a lift home, said Murphy's attorney. Another report, Eddie Murphy said he was just
trying. You know what? Now that I think about it, he was leaving shooting Dr. Doolittle at the time. The first Dr. Doolittle when this happened. And you know what? Formosa and Santa Monica is right there by the old, well, it's not, I don't even think that studio is even operational now. But that used to be the old Warner Brothers lot. Right on that corner. So he must have been pulling out there, that street right there that leads out to the studio. He was pulling out there and made that left turn. And probably saw her out on there. I know exactly where that is, too.
Trying to be a nice guy when he picked up the cross-dressing male prostitute as undercover sheriff's deputies looked on. Murphy was pulled over minutes after the man got into the car Friday morning. The prostitute was arrested on a warrant, but authorities said Murphy had not broken any law. It's not like Eddie Murphy. It's not the first hooker that I've helped out. I've seen hookers on corners, and I'll pull over, and they'll go, "Oh, you're Eddie Murphy. Oh, my God." And I'll empty my wallet out to them. Murphy told Entertainment Tonight, "I'm just being a nice guy." The other one. This is another one. Eddie Murphy was pulled over by sheriff's deputies Friday, and a cross-dressing prostitute he had picked up was arrested on a prior warrant, authorities said. No charges were brought against the Beverly Hills cop star, and Murphy said he did nothing wrong. And Eddie was shocked to hear he was a transvestite. He thought he was doing someone a favor. Murphy was followed by an unmarked sheriff's car that was working on the prostitution abatement zone. Deputies followed the vehicle for about 2 miles after Eddie picked up the transvestite prostitute, said a sheriff's spokesman. And you know what a telltale sign is for prostitution in the neighborhood? I'm going to stop this because of this guy. Actually, I'll just move it like this. So a telltale sign, if there are going to be prostitutes in your neighborhood, are those signs right there.
What signs?
No turns between 11 and 7 a.m. That is because hookers, used to cruise around here.
What does it got to do with turning, though?
So, you see those signs?
Either
presently or used to be hookers. Now we're in front of Jones.
Yeah, exactly what I said.
Restaurant and bar.
It's closed down now. Jones ain't in no more.
Been here since the 90s.
Oh, it's still there.
When it opened. I remember that this is where Eddie Murphy was the night that he picked up Shalimar and was arrested.
He was leaving that studio right there on the other
Investigation
side.
no illegal activity had occurred. However, the passenger had a warrant for prostitution. Antison Shuley, 20 years old, of Los Angeles, was jailed on $15,000 bond.
Like a straight woman, though. Look at this woman.
To be stopped by the police with a prostitute in his car in 1995.
Wait, hold up. She was just like a damn woman. Maybe he thought maybe he thought he was gonna try to get a little bit from this chick. It looked like a straight woman though. Look at this. That's a good trend. He probably thought that was just a fine chick he's gonna try to knock off real quick and get back home to his wife. He's like, I'm trying to see if I can get her number. I'm Eddie Murphy and shit. Let me see if I can knock this down. Cause you look at her, she's like a fine ass woman. They don't look nothing. She don't even have a. Well, I guess from this picture, cause her hand is covering it. Nothing about this picture tells you that this is a man. You think this is a fine chick, and I think that's probably what Eddie might have thought. I want to believe that. He probably thought, I'm going to try to see if I can. Of course, he was married to Nicole at the time. But I think that he was trying to get a little bit, get his chick a ride, get her phone number, and probably knock her down. But then she got in the car, he probably like, oh, shit, this is a damn dude. You know what I'm saying?
Angeles was jailed on $15,000 bond. Murphy is not the only star to be stopped by the police with a prostitute in his car in 1995. Actor Hugh Grant, we're going to talk about him, too. As a quick aside, when I was in England, I worked on a television program called Hollywood Babylon, and we came to L.A. to interview Divine Brown, who was the prostitute who was arrested.
That's a straight woman. Right here now, you can kind of see the Adam's apple a little bit right there. You see a little bit of Adam's, like a little Adam's apple. But you still though, it look like a straight chick though. Like you kind of see a little bit of 5 o'clock shadow coming in right there. But other than that, I don't know, now that you look at this picture long enough, you kind of looks like a dude. But then again, because you already got it in your head, this is a dude. You're going to see little... Wait a minute. No, this is the Hugh Grant chick. This ain't the same chick. My bad. Oh, shit. This is with the Hugh Grant. Because this happened in 95. This is the prostitute that got caught with Hugh Grant, the other actor in 90. Okay, I was in high school. I remember this being on the news when I was in high school.
With Hugh Grant. Now, I had taken a photograph of the intersection where Divine Brown met Hugh Grant, where he picked her up.
Divine Brown,
and actually printed the photo and asked her, and she did. She autographed it for me.
Oh, wow.
So this is probably, I think you won't see a Divine Brown autograph on a picture of the intersection where she met Hugh Grant. But anyway, back to Eddie Murphy.
Hugh Grant wanted some chocolate.
I'll tell you a little bit more about the situation. The Eddie Murphy says after she got in the car, Antison Shuley, she went by the name Shalimar. After Shalimar got in the car, Eddie Murphy, she says, placed two $100 bills on her leg and asked if she liked to wear lingerie. It happened a year earlier where Eddie Murphy picked up a woman in a dodgy neighborhood and offered her a ride as well.
What?
And Eddie Murphy says this act of kindness that got turned into a horror show.
So wait a minute.
Able to sleep. This is the night, and of course.
So this is what he does. Okay, wait. Wait a minute. He did it before. What did he just say? Did he say he did it before? Before this incident?
Show. He'd been unable to sleep. This is the night. In the course of looking for something to read, a woman in a dodgy neighborhood and offered her a ride as well.
Hold on. What did he say?
Shalimar. After Shalimar got in the car, Eddie Murphy, she says, placed two $100 bills on her leg and asked if she liked to wear lingerie. It happened a year earlier where Eddie Murphy picked up a woman in a dodgy neighborhood and offered her a ride as well. And Eddie Murphy says this act of kindness that got turned into a horror show. He'd been unable to sleep. This is the night.
Wow.
In the course of looking for something to read at an all-night newsstand, he spotted Shuley, and not knowing she was a prostitute, he offered her a ride home. Murphy said he often drove around when he was feeling restless, sometimes handing out wads of cash to hookers or people. Now, afterwards,
we'll do that no more
about what happened afterwards, and this is a little bit more about Antison Shuley. She was 17 when she was crowned Miss America Samoa Island. She was born in Samoa. In
She's
1993,
Samoan.
she won that award, most prestigious of all drag queen pageants in American Samoa. Let's see. She was a cheerleader captain for Leon High School in American Samoa during her senior year. After gaining infamous celebrity status, she became the house madam at Club 7969 in West Hollywood, where stars like Demi Moore and Charlie Sheen and RuPaul came to see her shows. Her May 2nd, 1997 encounter and stunning legs. Antison Shuley got a lot of attention for this, and so did some of the other drag queens or transsexuals or transvestites were claiming they knew Eddie Murphy quite well. And they were selling stories to the tabloids, and Eddie was getting angry, so he was suing the tabloids. They would describe in detail his cologne, the type of underwear that he wore, and that he had a thing for toes, the real thing for toes, and that he would regularly pick them up and have relations, either in the car or in the alley or whatever. So they were selling stories.
Wait a minute. So Eddie Murphy, that's interesting that they said he has a thing for toes, because in the movie Boomerang, if y'all don't remember, in the movie Boomerang, he did not like women. He would sleep with different women, and then if he didn't like their toes, he would immediately cut them off. He had a thing where their toes had to be cute and feminine, and if they was toe back, he would. So that's art entertainment. That's art imitating life. So that was real then.
Stories to the tabloids, and one of them, including Antison Shuley, were working on a book together to